take it.
Is it time?
There's just that conference because you can't do it.
We're gonna say the praise. What do you mean?
You mean the cops that didn't even show up also? You mean the two officers that weren't here on duty also? We were trying.
Okay, y'all stand, we'll say grace. Grace, whatever. Dear Heavenly Father, please bless us tonight. Please grant us the wisdom to make the right decision for our community. Please lead us and guide us, and this we ask. Amen. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, one indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Here.
Terry Mitchell.
Present.
Kay Young. Here. And Lisa Schultz.
Here.
Next item on the agenda is the minutes of the regular council meeting on September 2024. Figured we'd share.
ask a question? What's the purpose of having 3 law enforcement in there?
Practice.
Practice?
They're reserves.
I'm sorry?
They're reserves.
Okay. But during the meeting?
When it comes, they don't pay, we don't pay them.
Oh, I'm just wondering why they were here.
I want to talk to you, I see you smiling and waving.
It's like this.
The princess way.
There you go.
I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes for September 24th, 2024.
Motion made by Terry, seconded by Kay, to accept the minutes, the meeting September 2024, regular meeting 2024, as submitted. Any other discussion, any corrections? One correction. They got the date, we got 24/24, there's 24/25. I already told you about that. Anything else? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Pending bills and actual disbursement for September 2024.
approve the pending bills and active disbursements for September 2024.
Anybody gonna second it? I'll second it. We went through recheck.
Yeah.
Okay, motion was made by Kay, seconded by Lorenzo, to approve the pending bills and actual disbursement for September 2024 as submitted. Any other discussion?
Now, Julie, would you give me an itemized list of the credit card purchases? Put my box on it, please. Thank you.
I have one question. How many paid employees do we have?
Pay employee, full-time, it's, what's the column? For city, it's 3. Office, for maintenance 2, and TV is 1, and 1 part-time.
Because I'm counting 8 payroll.
We have Ray, which is our water guy.
Is that where that's coming in at, right? Okay. That's all.
Any other discussion?
Nope.
And all those in favor, say aye. All those opposed, say nay.
Okay. Violations by type. The city board, for the city ordinance, we have 36. And for the financial, there's, the state fees are $159.60, court costs $42.70, fines $173, tech fund $12, building security $14.70. The total is $402. 1 warrant. For the dispositions, we have 6 that was dismissed, 14 that were paid, and that's a total of 20. For the units, we used 127.6 gallons of gasoline. We had 1 business check, 1 civil problem, 1 civil standby, 2 discharge of a firearm, 2 traffic stops, 2 public services, 2 loud noises, 6 city ordinance, 1 livestock, 1 dumping, 1 closed patrol, 1 disturbance in progress, 1 suspicious person, 2 neighbor problems, 1 911 hangup, and 1 information. For the month of July, the officers made 236 contacts. For the month of August, the officers made 257 contacts. For the month of September, the officers made 210 contacts. And these contacts reflect a variety of interactions that the police department has had with the community, including traffic stops, welfare checks, meet the citizens call, security checks, flag downs, suspicious circumstances, and calls for service. And lastly, there was a question about the Humanities app software. Do I mention that here, or do I wait? Okay. The purpose for the request for the Humanities app software. The Humanity app software is needed to assist the police department in the efficient scheduling and management of officer shifts for city coverage. This software will provide the following benefits. Scheduling allows for more effective scheduling of police officers, ensuring 24/7 city coverage. That's what we're wrapping up to. There will also be clocking in and out. Officers will be able to clock in and out through the app, providing real-time tracking of their working hours. The location verification. The software allows the administration to see where the officers are clocking in and out, enhancing accountability. Automated hour tracking. The app will automatically total the hours worked by each officer monthly, streamlining payroll and providing essential data for tracking. And lastly, the data retention. The app will retain records of hours worked, which can be used for data analysis and statistics. The cost. The quote for the Humanity app is $3.50 up to $4, no more. USD per person per month, depending on the total number of officers using the software. The action that's required. We are requesting approval to implement the Humanity app to improve scheduling efficiency, time tracking, and overall operations of the police department. Thank you.
She did a court report too. Public comments, anybody?
How many, reservists do we have?
28, I think.
24 officers in all.
24 in all? So,
And as far as who asked the question, so I will address it.
right,
Thank you, sir.
yes, ma'am.
24 officers in all, and that would be 22 reserve officers.
Okay. And you said no more than $4 a piece, correct?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. So our total amount for the month
$96.
Thank you. That, just for people to know how much it's gonna be. So that's-
$76 a month, give or take. $96 a month, sir, give or
Yeah.
take.
That's a really good rate for tracking.
Anybody else?
When are they gonna start this, process?
That will be left up to the city council.
Well, it's presented,
Yes.
Okay, and how long, is this gonna be a contract, or is it just, monthly, yearly?
It's
How is it?
monthly.
It's 6 months?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Could y'all, I'm sorry, could you let everybody in here know, the required work hours for each reservist per month?
24.
Okay, so what's required for our reserves is 2 days a month. 2 days a month only, 8 hours a day. But once we go to 24 hours, which is what we're gonna have at some point for Hoiliday Lakes, it's pretty much gonna be the same, but we will need to have more officers. Please understand that these officers do not get paid. They are giving of their free time, they're volunteers. So, yes, sir.
I understand it.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know how many other people in here that were in law enforcement before, but I understand. That's the
Thank you.
reason why I'm asking the question, is so
Oh,
that
no
everybody else in
problem at
here
all.
would understand it.
So on average, that's $300 a year to cover what we have, for 6 months.
If we stay under 22 reserves, but it increases, which price goes up.
Exactly, yes, sir.
And how many hours do the officers that we have work on a daily basis? Is it like a 12-hour coverage? 8 hours a day? So them going to 24 hours a day will increase fuel costs, more costs besides just the app, if I'm understanding this correctly.
Correct.
And is this why there's increases, or gonna be increases, from my understanding, to foot this bill?
No, that was not what the increases are for.
So where would this extra money come from?
We don't get the money. It would come out of fund balance, correct? Fund balance.
we put money in there for most of it, yeah.
Yeah, out of fund balance.
How many operators on payroll?
Two.
Two.
One full-time and one part-time. Everybody else is reserves.
So what if, just a question, we just put more on payroll and then relieve the one they're not doing nothing, I mean, the reserves, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't understand it.
I don't know if we can afford it.
Why didn't we just put more on payroll, at least 2 more on payroll, and then relieve the reserves? And work with that schedule? It'll save money in the long run. And we'll get releases on fuel costs, you know, vehicle costs, and everything.
It's covered. It's covered.
24 hours?
But they're only doing 8 hours a day now, so it's not really losing coverage.
It's, pretty hard to put 2 people on
I'm
one
saying you put 2 more on the table.
He said to add 2 more people on payroll.
Well, I mean, somebody's always sick, somebody's always taking off, got vacation, she's got vacation, she needs to get rid of. We have somebody that can fill in for her now,
Who?
Sabrina.
Oh, she's one of the officers on payroll?
No. Yes,
She's not.
Is she or not?
Part-time.
Well, she's not an officer,
She is.
she's a reserve, but she don't.
She's a
pay-
part-time, okay, y'all didn't get together, you know?
She
You
is
said part-time,
part-time.
you said no.
She's part-time police department, and she's part-time administrative assistant.
Mostly administrative assistant. There's
Yes,
a
right
boatload
now.
of Paperwork we have to fill out.
So half and half, she's part-time,
Yes.
administrative assistant and part-time officer.
Correct.
There's no more than this, more than that, just half and half.
She doesn't get paid as a patrol officer. She gets
But she
paid.
gets paid
Secretary.
half-time, part-time, and then part-time administrative
She
assistant.
works
Correct,
for
you don't have to-
She's been getting paid only for city right now.
Thank you. She
So
does
then we
not
only
get
have
paid.
one officer on payroll.
One officer and one part-time.
Okay, so who's the part-time?
Sabrina Dodd does not get paid at all for the police department.
Not now.
So
I'm
we,
not asking that, I'm asking who's the part-time and who's the full-time?
I'm the part-time.
Okay.
I'm the full-time.
Okay, we wanted to make sure. Cause like, they were mentioning this lady and this. That was maybe 3 on payroll, but, no, just 2, well, 1.5.
Please, and then please.
So we only have one person on police payroll then?
No, 1.5.
on days.
We have one full-time.
Trish is our full-time. She works 8 hours a day. 40 hours a week.
And Miss Sabrina?
Not at all.
Not in the police department right now.
So, so
No,
who?
Darcy, Chief Darcy is the other part-time.
Chief Darcy is the other part-time.
Yes, she's a part-time officer.
What about the dispatch? Dispatch is,
Missouri County. It's too small to have a dispatcher.
Do we give them money, do we pay them money for
No.
dispatch or anything? So it's free, so.
Well, we do pay a little bit to them.
But not for dispatching.
Not for dispatch.
We pay them
Y'all can get the same ones.
No, we pay them for the radios. We have
Yeah.
3 radios that
Well,
belong
I
to
mean,
Missouri
Is
County.
there money going towards them, yes or no, that, you know?
Not
You
for
said dis-
dispatching,
dispatch.
You said dispatch, not
just for
dispatch.
radios.
Just
We
equipment.
lease the radios from
For the-
Missouri County,
for
3 of them.
equipment.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Okay, next item on the agenda is to amend the ordinance for truck permits. And they want to put that on there, but I wanted just to discuss it. I don't want to helter skelter do something. We need to discuss it, make sure what they're doing is gonna be right, so we can do it right one time. We went over this thing earlier in the year, and nobody, we didn't change it, as far as I know. But anyway, that's what it says, you can amend it or discuss it, and that's what I feel like that, you discuss it. You gonna keep letting the trucks come in, or you gonna raise the permit fees on a monthly basis? Or if you're not gonna let them come in, then you won't have to mess with them.
We just enforce it.
Yeah, you just have to enforce it.
What about people that drive, or the dump trucks out, that live there, use the home basis for their dump trucks? I mean, they should be paying the permit fee too, because they just as bad on roads as everybody else. We got several routes that have dump trucks that run
Miss
in there.
Joyce, would you stand up, please, so we could hear?
Do I have to?
Please, please. Okay, there you go. Now we can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, I know back when you used to, like, I had a permit for, dump trucks, or, I didn't think anything was supposed to come in and out of here to start with. For, after all these storms and things, I see dump trucks. But the people that, the businesses run the dump trucks that live here, that run up and down the roads, I think they should have to have a permit. So if nothing else, we're grocery store, I mean, we tear the roads up. I was sitting on, I don't know where 18-wheeler was doing out here at 6:30 in the morning, but he came here on Alaska, turned on Fairbanks and came all the way out. 18-wheeler, trailer on.
Was it a dump truck or was it a
No, this is
18-wheeler?
18-wheeler. I don't even think there's a 11-year period for trailers.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
something-
think the trucks go down the road all the time.
I guess as long as they're on the season tonnage, aren't they? On the road.
They used to be.
Go ahead, what you wanna say?
if they're running their business out of their home, I do agree. But if they're a resident here and it's only one single truck, then I disagree.
It's not one single truck, one guy has two or three trucks.
Well, he's not talking about, he's talking about one person who's just driving.
Cause there's several dump trucks that come through here, and I know they're single owner operators. But like you said, if the owner has multiple trucks coming through here, I agree with you 100%, they should be permitted. But you can't keep somebody from getting to their home.
Well, sure they have other transportation than dump trucks.
Maybe not, but we can't keep them from getting to their home in their vehicle. If they're loaded, I agree 100%. There should not ever be a loaded truck driving through here without a permit. Dump truck or 18-wheeler or flatbed truck. I agree.
You know, once it, I mean, you can see if they shut the roads, that's not all we're doing, it's only maintaining.
So what would that
Sure,
be
what happened there?
for like the permits and stuff? What are you looking at? 'Cause I'm the one that owns the dump trucks out here.
How much did
Well,
you
I'm
pay
the one
for,
that-
hon,
Those are like $50 a year, which, I mean, I don't mind paying $50 a year per truck.
per truck, right?
Yes. And as far as damaging, you can go on 108 South Austin Drive, which is my road, and most of the times when we bring the trucks home, they're in. Now, when they're loaded, yes, I agree, it might, cause a little damage on the road, but we're not the only trucks coming in. So how would you make other trucks that come from Mandelton, or how would you make them have permits to come out here? Because if you're just signaling the ones that are out here, you're just picking on us. You gotta get everybody else coming in, and they're coming in loaded, because that's when the real damage occurs to the roads. And if you go on 108, on South Austin Drive, where my trucks pass there, my road's fine from there to there. Right here, the roads are shit, but that's, I believe it was improperly built. Why is my road not look like that? You know, go look at my road and there's, from the stop sign all the way to where I turn, there's no potholes on the road, it looks nothing like this. So like I said, we're empty. And before it was like a parking permit, right? But my dump trucks, they're parked at night. In my eyes, something considered for a parking permit would be like an RV that's full-time park. These are my work, equipment. So I feel like it's unfair, because if you think about it, even cars can damage roads. I mean, everything damages, water, cars, loading down trailers. So at that point, those are my working vehicles. At that point, I mean, it'd be like, how would you like it if you got charged, for your, working vehicle to go back and forth to work and you get charged, permit fee for that? Because it's parked at night, and that's what I use to go up and down the way.
You're only, how many truck, let me rephrase this question. If it's just your truck, just your one truck that you're driving back and forth, I don't have a problem with it. But if you have multiple trucks that you have other operators driving for you, that's where I understand where she's coming in at, because you're running it out of your home. So your truck would be exempt because you're the one driving it in and out. But your guys working for you that are parking on your property, those would be the ones that are not exempt.
See, go ahead.
But then it falls back to what you're saying, how are you gonna control Angleton truck, or let's say burner material starts coming in with their trucks in here, and they're not taking permits?
You pull them all over, if they ain't got a permit, they get fined.
Yeah, then we have to
Then they
set
can
up,
go raise our
check from the
taxes.
front to do that.
What he's saying,
How would we do that?
what you gonna
Everybody
say?
has to make a living.
Yeah, how you gonna say, patrolling time?
So it's the same thing if you have a diesel truck.
Don't just come in.
That diesel, if you have a truck that needs diesel with the truck.
They have to control the garbage.
Hey, we'll give them
Oh,
some.
no, yeah, but I mean, how are you gonna get, are they gonna get all of them?
Well, here's something easy for you. You get a permit. They should have a list of your permits. They should have your company, your truck numbers. So they can automatically call in or look on their list and say, okay, this person's permitted. Now, the next truck that rolls in isn't on this list. The company's not on there, the truck number's not on there. Those would be the ones getting fined.
So every truck that comes in here loaded, does it have to have permission to come here, like employees, the county,
If they're over the weight limit, yeah, they're supposed to.
Well, that has created more of a waste of money. If you think about it, you're gonna have to have someone looking at the camera every day catching them trucks. That's just a waste of money. What we're trying to do is save money for the
If
community.
we have a reserve that's out rolling on the street, and that's.
Yeah, if we have them. That's the question, if we have them.
Well, we have the chief of police to delegate that.
If we have them. You know how it rolls. The thing is the same thing, if you drive a diesel truck and one of your hoses from your diesel tears off and it leaks into the road, diesel tears up asphalt.
Yeah, it eats it up in a heartbeat.
Exactly, so it's not just 18-wheelers, it's not dump trucks, it's not machinery, it's not nothing, it's every vehicle, so that means any vehicle that carries diesel, you're gonna have to do the same thing.
Well, a commercial vehicle, if they have.
What about
It would be the same thing.
Well, if your personal vehicle, if you bust out, should you report it, yes, you should. Then you have to, no, you don't.
He's asking what about
Commercial
the trash.
vehicle.
What about the trash? Because a lot of places in the back, from my understanding, it's like just a trash truck goes over there. And you're talking about new roads that were built not too long ago. And they're messed up.
I don't think a dump truck, an empty dump truck is hurting the roads. I think overloaded dump trucks is hurting the road, just like the truck that picked up this brush carried 160 cubic yards of brush, in a tandem trailer. They're heavy, and whenever the ground, like right now, the ground's pretty hard, I don't think you can hurt it. But when you drive real fast with a dump truck, and you hit, and I've seen people that drive a dump truck like they're driving a car. And they be coming down in front of my house, real fast, and come out here real fast. And when they hit a puddle of water, they hit with a lot of weight, and it blows the potholes out. And so a car do it too. But there's more surface area on a truck, an empty truck, probably got more surface area in pounds per square inch on a truck is probably lighter than it is on a car. If you sit down and calculated your footprint, did your square inches and put your weight, divided into your weight, you'll probably find out an empty dump truck probably weigh 15,000 pounds and the car's weighing half of that. Most cars, not these little cars. But I imagine your dump truck weighs at least 15, that's what most tractors weigh.
Yeah, it's like 10, probably 10 tons, what it weighs.
27.
I think all you're gonna get, if you
But I
break
mean,
that
just-
by permit.
if you're not going
permits
fast.
From them, cause anybody else that's gonna deliver out here is not gonna do it.
No,
They're not gonna do it, so you're gonna get a handful of people, and everybody's still gonna get deliveries out here, whether you want them or not. It's gonna happen, it's been happening. And these are guys that get punished, and you say the road, they're already tore up.
Yep.
We don't know when we're gonna get that fixed, but I mean, it doesn't make it any better. But I mean, you can't hit just a handful of guys and expect everybody to like it. Because everybody out here, McCoy's comes in here with big trucks and unloading stuff. They ain't stopping and asking permission, they're going to deliver.
This is something that was asked to put on the agenda, and, like I keep saying, I don't think
So another thing, there's basically, I got three.
$50 a year, it seems like it's like.
I mean, I'm not gonna cry with $50, but, I mean, we're talking about that trying to raise money, so I got 3 trucks, there's another 2 over there, and my renter owns another one. That's 6 trucks. What's $300 gonna do for the town, you know, I mean.
Nothing.
Cause before it was like, we're not tearing up roads, what's $300 gonna do, like, for actual roads?
Track that.
You know?
I'm bad at track
Well, I don't believe they'll let you inside Angleton or any other cities drive a dump truck in home.
I have a lot of buddies that they live all over Angleton, and none of them have to get permits from
Yeah.
the city. Angleton, Pretoria.
You don't have to have permits.
Sharon, I know them all over the place, and they go to county
You don't have
roads,
to have permits.
roads that don't even allow, under 15 tons, and, I mean, trucks are running all the time everywhere, they get in everywhere. I mean, like I said, if y'all gonna keep it at $50, I have no problem. But if, the only reason I can't really, if y'all gonna do like, cause I heard a monthly charge, I mean, that's ridiculous, you know. I could find something else, people are gonna get money.
But think about it, it's only gonna be you paying.
Exactly.
So is that fair or not fair? Not fair. I wouldn't pay nothing, no one else paying.
My 22 years of driving a rig, I've never had to pay a fee that goes to my house and my rig.
And we actually do pay to the state, overweight permit fees. So, I mean, we're talking about state, not city, not a town, we pay to the state.
Well, the reason why we started this years ago was because the trucks were coming in loaded and they were tearing up the roads. So we did the $50 permit per truck plus a copy of your liability insurance is what we did. So that way, if something happened and the road was tore up or your line busted, hydraulic line busted, and it got on the road and tore it up, we were able to get it fixed. And that's been many years ago, and I mean, I think, and I'm not picking on you, but I think your group was the first group
Yes,
that took care of business and come up here and did that. And that's why that was started at that time. Now, I don't think we've had that issue as of recent, have we? Have we?
This is a
No.
2005 ordinance, this isn't for
No.
anybody's time here, but it's on the books. We need to look at it, see if it still needs to stay on the books like it is, or we need to change it. That's the reason it's brought up for discussion. If you leave it alone, it's got a penalty or whatever goes into it. So if you look at it, change it, whatever, but it was done in 2005. I wasn't here, nobody here was in here, not here. So we need to look at it, that's why we're asking for input. We need y'all's input and everything. We're not gonna act, I don't think we're gonna act on it tonight. I think we should look at it, discuss it, check with other cities and see how we compare with other cities. What do they do? If they keeping them out, then maybe we might look at that. But if you drive normal, I don't think you can hurt the road. If you drive fast.
Yeah, and on the driving normal, I mean, we got cops on duty that if they're not driving normal, they can pull them over.
Right.
The cops are always in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Is there a weight limit coming into town here? Is there a weight limit posted here?
It's on this, that's why it says that they don't.
But this is an old deal.
Yeah, it's old, that's why.
I mean, way old.
That's why
Yeah,
we're visiting,
2005.
to
But
see
We
about
still
the weight
have
limit.
something with mayor.
Huh?
Charles Russell
Charles
was
Russian
mayor.
was there, yeah.
But up here at front, there used to be a sign that had a weight limit.
Yeah, it did.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it did, it said the permit required over so
Read it.
many pounds. You just had a sign right where it came into the road.
Oh, they,
It's
that's why I
probably-
said, can you
I think
read,
it's-
if you take,
I think they kept talking about 18 wheels. A big rig coming in is no more different than a dump truck. They got 10 wheels, most of them.
So I got another question. You said there's a sign in front of the entrance of Hoiliday Lakes?
Used to be.
Okay, so I have a property, well, my family, they have a property right there on County Road 30, next to Skip's house, trailer, whatever, by the bar. I mean, I could park them there, but then what about the rest of them? What about all the other trucks? I mean, the damage is still gonna be occurring because unless y'all stop, like, everybody from bringing dirt in here, people are gonna start, you know, they're gonna keep, it's a flood area. People are gonna keep buying dirt, trucks are gonna keep coming. From what I see, it's growing, so McCoy's trucks are gonna keep coming in, the roads are still gonna be getting torn up. You know, if I put my truck out there and I do my part, how do we eliminate everybody else from turning them up?
Well, you can't eliminate anybody making a delivery. That's a fact. They're gonna come in here and make the delivery. Or if they have a job to do, they have to haul them stuff out, they're gonna haul stuff out like the garbage truck. They did reduce the garbage truck, cause they worked there at the road up Fifth Street. We put Fifth Street in, paved it and everything. They come in there and tore it up one damn day.
Yeah.
They went to down Finland Lane. That's
But,
bad.
well, a Penguin, yeah, nobody drives down Penguin except the truck, and it's tore up.
Nobody drives
But
down
that's
except-
overloaded trucks, but, and it's a continually overloaded truck. But to me, like I tell you, you just weigh your truck, if you know the weight of it, and then measure your footprint, you know, how many square inches is on the ground and all your rubber, and divide your square inches into your weight and find out how much each square inch is holding up. And you do a car the same way, and you find out you're probably much better off surface area wise, as long as you drive it, normal. You won't tear up anything. A triple axle trailer does more damage because they gotta slide the tires. You ever watch one turn, they'll roll the tires plumb off the wheel, but if you have a load on a triple axle trailer, it'll scrub the road pretty good. I'm not arguing any one way or the other on this, but we brought it up with this 2005, we did make the ordinance. We have the ordinance. Is $50 enough per truck, $100 per truck? It won't help, but it would help a little bit, but not much. I mean, it'd be like a dot at the end of the sentence, you know. But anyhow, it's something that we wanted to look at and need to look at, something we need to do collectively as a town. We need to preview our ordinances more often and see how many of them need to be changed. Are they still adequate? Because some of them are old, or are they still meeting the conditions we had or whatever? But we don't have time collectively to do that. Everybody works pretty much. I'm the only one that's off, and I got more than I can do. But what I'm saying, somebody either get together on a committee and sit on a committee with somebody out here, take an ordinance or 1 or 2 ordinances a month, and go through it. If it's good, say it's good, we won't change it. But if it needs massaging just a little bit to make it right and fit what's happening with us right now, we need to do that. And we gotta have people that's willing to help and have an open mind and do it, not just because you got dump trucks, but yeah, be a good person to have in on it. But then we don't want you being the whole voice when you have other people out here that should be sitting in and voicing their opinion. And then get something that's gonna be a working model, or something that we can use that'd be good. Like I said, this was put in 2005. Nobody here was on council when they did that.
I got a question on that moment. So once y'all start, if y'all get to start reviewing those ordinances specifically set on those, the permits for the bigger trucks and stuff like that, will we, the people, be able to have any word on what gets updated or what gets taken out of that? Like for him, for instance, if he wants to know what those ordinances say while y'all are looking into it and seeing whether or not you're gonna get rid of that ordinance or not. Will he be able to say, well, I don't see this being part of it because that was, from 2005, that was almost 20 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Like, what can be updated now? Would the dump truck owners or bigger truck owners have a say in anything?
Like I said, if it doesn't fit what we have right now, then we don't need the ordinance. You just repeal it and it's gone. But I mean, you have to look at it and from not your, just your viewpoint of how it is or his. It's got somebody over here that said, I don't like these big dump trucks coming down the road shaking the windows at my house, and they will do that. Especially when they look, but you have different viewpoints, and so you have to try to get something that works for everybody, not just one group. And so this is just one of the
Yes, it has to come before the council. It has just like action item number 3, approve or reject. So after it's looked over and discussed, maybe with a group of people, and it's brought before council, council will look at it, and then any changes that need to be made can be made at that time, and y'all have a say in it as the public. And then if we approve it to be changed, then it can be changed. But y'all still will have a word on if any changes need to be made. Yes.
How come we can't come to an agreement right now, like to pass it on or, drop or make some changes? Because he does own, pretty much all the dump trucks here. The other guy is Gerardo, he doesn't show up to the meetings, and he does have a renter right here which he could bounce any day of the week. And so pretty much it would be just looking to do with him or need them with the dump trucks, and we fall back to the same thing, that how are you gonna stop everybody from coming in, why do we gotta wait, I don't know, let's say 2 weeks or another month before that gets brought up again?
Cause that's why we brought it up today.
You're under the same rule right now that you was yesterday and the day before that since 2005. You're under the same rule, so nothing changed until we get some input. And then after the input, just not the dump truck guys, but everybody's input, then you'd have something that would work for everybody. Somebody over this side might say, I don't like the dump trucks, and they'll voice their opinion, and then somebody in the middle say, well, they don't bother me, and then y'all say, well, I need to drive them in and out like a car. Then you take all of everybody's weighted average, in other words, you're gonna pick out something that's gonna try to make everybody feel good about it. In other words, dump trucks are gonna be on this street, but not every street. And so you have to do that. Y'all, if you wanna just use him and no leading as the dump truck owners, they're gonna say, I just wanna go in my house and that's it. But then you find them joyriding around sometimes in empty trucks. So,
Mr. Diesel, I don't think you're joyriding, man.
I'm saying you have to have input, but so you actually know. I'm not trying to hang anybody. I'm basically, if we don't need it, we get rid of it.
Are your trucks running every day?
We don't need to clutter up our
His trucks run every day, they're quiet. I don't hear.
Well, I mean, you should know, you're his neighbor. I know about the street there, he doesn't tear it up. I can vouch on that one.
I have more problems with, the vehicles flying up down the road than I do the.
But anyhow, that's all we're gonna discuss it. We'll try to get back, if y'all got any input, if the people that got input wanna come up here and get a copy of it, and I'll give you my copy.
I just got one question. It's been working for 20 years, right?
Who's that?
That ordinance has been working for 20 years?
Yeah.
Hasn't been enforced.
It's been there.
But if it's been, okay, so if it's been there, and like Jaime's paying over here, but nobody else is, I mean, shouldn't you enforce on everybody else instead of raising it up on the one person that will pay for it?
We're not just raising it on one person.
We're not saying.
But if he's the only one paying, then you are only raising it on one
He
person.
was not the only one that paid. There's other dump truck owners.
Okay, so my question was, has it been working for 20 years?
What they're trying to do is to enforce it, but they wanna change it because right now, they're not allowed here. But since there are some owners that have trucks here, that's why they came to a discussion to see what would be best now. Am I right or wrong?
They're allowed.
They are allowed?
Okay, this one here, that they're going by right now, was done in 2005.
And Jaime is paying a permit fee right now?
No. Here's the thing, me and Daisy got this going a few years ago. The paperwork, the ordinance, everything has come up missing. I'm not touching that, me and Daisy just finally said the heck with it. But Jaime did come in and pay, the trash people did come in, right?
And the leave-ins,
And a few of them, I think they all came in and took care of it.
they did.
But then it all come up missing. It's not in the ordinance book nowhere, cause I know Tricia and all of us have looked for it and it's not there. This is an old one. There was a newer one that Mendesa did. How long ago was that? Come on.
It was a council.
It was a council thing, but Mendesa was talking about it 4 or 5 years ago. That sounds right.
5 years ago. I've been.
So that should be on record, right? That he came in and paid on.
Yeah.
That's what I said, he took care of business. He come in, and once the ordinance was adjusted and passed
So what paperwork?
by council.
So what paperwork went missing?
The correct ordinance,
So
it was not put in, no, this
So
is
this
the
was
old
2005,
one.
not good, or is it good?
No. There was another
Oh,
one,
okay.
there was another one that was brought before council that was approved to make some changes. And, you know, we've had some issues at City Hall, so that's all I can say.
Which means
You pay every year for the service.
I came and paid, and then when I tried to renew it again, the permit, they're like, I'm like, yeah, come to renew my permit, it goes my money for my trucks, and they're like, well, there's no ordinance. I'm like, so y'all been charging me and y'all don't have an ordinance?
We did have,
So where does your money go?
here,
I mean,
So they should be, so
So
you
you're
have,
saying
you have
there's an
a-
amended one that he's been paying on, so technically he doesn't know what he's paying
It
for.
was,
Yeah, he does.
He only did it once.
Yes, he did.
Couple, 2 or 3 years that I paid him.
It was only one time that he paid.
well, you pay
So
one
you've
time.
only paid
He
one
only,
time?
he
No,
only, he's
I
only
paid a
paid,
couple times.
no, he only paid once. And there was, all three of y'all came in and paid, and y'all just paid whatever trucks. I think you paid 3, Olivia paid 2, and, the trash man paid 2 or 3 of them too.
Well, I just got a third dump truck, so I don't think we need that.
Or 2, you know.
oh, y'all remember they hit him up for the third one. Oh, joking.
Yeah, I came to take care of business afterwards, and I'm like, we can't find the ordinance, that's what they know, we can't find the ordinance, you can't pay nothing that we don't have.
Well, they can find it, might as well get rid of it. You know?
No.
They talk
They
about
got it, they put it in the codified, when they codified the ordinances,
We had a company that did all the ordinances, and put them in a book.
71-103.
But we don't have it.
I have the book.
So I have a question.
But not the
about
new one.
ordinance, though. Yeah. That's not the original ordinance. So that's
That was the original, that was the original ordinance.
But it's not the updated version. It's not,
updated version is missing.
It's not a good.
That can point it out.
Because nobody knows what county information is in ordinance.
So what year was it updated?
5 years ago.
5 years ago, and that's a paper that we cannot, y'all cannot find,
No, not me, them.
right?
Yes.
So if y'all can't find it,
Part of the
do away with
council,
it.
right? Y'all part of the council. I don't understand that y'all just want to feed each other. You lost here, you lost
This
this, you
says
lost
you
there.
can't do it.
Y'all are council, y'all
No,
are.
no,
We
but-
did not lose it.
But remember,
Somebody
Mayor,
lost it.
Somebody
Remember
that was
this
in
one
the
is
back,
no
that
good.
was the
This is
secretary,
2005.
was
They updated it
misplaced.
5 years ago. Back in 2020.
What they did, they put it in the codified ordinance.
Was there not a
Yeah,
copy
but
of
the
it?
thing is,
I'm
this
sorry?
one-
Was there not a
This one
copy?
is 2005.
Yeah, there was copies, but
They
copies
updated
come
it
out
in
missing.
2020,
So they all-
5 years ago.
All they did was codify, they took it, put it in the code of ordinance. It's just the way they play.
So-
Same ordinance.
Still the same, and you just change the date on
No,
it.
y'all just.
So you have the updated one?
No, it's not updated, it's just codified.
Okay, so you have to say that they don't have the updated one.
It's right on the bottom of this, it tells you what ordinance it comes from in 2005-01. And they put it in the code where it follows, like 75.01 is this, and 76.01 something else, you know, those are
It don't matter. I'm just sitting here.
If they did it,
That's all I do.
I'm saying,
I get beat up. That's okay. Because I'm done in May.
So why not just put a squash to it all right
Welcome to
now?
politics.
Abolish it.
That's what I'm saying, well.
Well,
I
you know,
wanna
I've
get
been
it
doing
right
now,
this
so
for
somebody
what,
can.
Yeah, I mean, if we can find it.
20 years almost?
We got this one.
No, no, no.
This has been the
Yeah,
worst
but-
year.
I don't think it's a personal attack on you, I think that we as people have been paying into something that we don't know what we're paying
She's
for.
saying something.
But my
But
thing
every,
is,
the last 2 council meetings that I've attended, it's always about we need money for X, Y, and Z, but nobody can tell us where these monies are going to. When you go to the grocery store, I'm sure you look at prices and say, hey, I'm not gonna pay this
Oh,
price, and
boys,
if I
just
am.
back there.
Everybody does. We don't just hand out money because unfortunately it doesn't grow on trees. We work hard for our money.
Oh, I
So
know.
the fact that you
I
take
work.
it so personal, man, we all work. We all
We
make
all
an
do.
honest living, exactly, and I'm not just gonna freely give out my money because you guys said so, I'm sorry. I'm sure that
I imagine.
anybody, if somebody asks you for more money, you're gonna ask why, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly, so if I'm asking you where my tax dollars going, I feel like I have a right to know.
Okay.
And that's
I
what most people are
understand.
understanding, but you take it as a personal attack,
No,
no, we're
I'm
not
not.
attacking you.
I'm not.
You just sat there and said that, this is the worst year that you had and you're done. Well, man, maybe it is time for you to step down
Oh,
and get
it
people
is.
that understand and look at these
Where-
ordinances not from 20 years ago.
But my question is, where have y'all all been all these years?
Where have y'all been?
Where have
lost-
y'all been?
I've been right here.
Man, y'all lost a lot of stuff. You just been
The
saying
last
you lost
council meeting,
some,
you guys said you
Someone
guys
else
lost
did.
so much money that you don't know
It
where
comes
it
back
went
to,
to.
comes back to the council.
It comes back to the council.
Or leadership.
You gotta pick up what someone else has done.
Let's don't get in this squabble, one person at a time, and then we'll get out and move on, because we're not gonna vote on this tonight.
Well, I mean, I don't mind y'all voting on it or not, I'm saying what's fair is fair. If y'all have the updated one, then that's the one y'all need to hand out, not this 2005 one.
They might not be updated, outside of the
She
notification.
said they updated it 2005 years ago.
They worked on it, that don't mean it passed, I don't know where it's at, 'cause about 5 years ago,
Well,
I was
then-
here, and I don't remember it.
Once again,
I
when you come
remember
back-
bringing up something on these, I just said it was on service regulations, I talked about putting a dump truck fee in there up to $150. And I remember them talking about that, whether that passed or not on the service agreement. I don't think, we have to go look and see if that's where it was at. But I mean, if you did it, that's where it would be, 'cause we don't have an ordinance.
I mean, because if we're just going off the base of words, right? There's nothing on paper saying that guy right there needs a permit, he needs to pay $50, nothing. So let's do away with it, move on to the next one.
We can do a search on it and find it, if it's in there, we'll find it, and
We
go
can
back
check the
on
minutes, go back, and check the minutes, and we can locate it.
So y'all have a minute from 2001?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yes.
We got minutes on
It ain't gonna get lost, right?
No.
They don't have all
No, I mean.
Yes,
We'll
Joyce.
do it, yes, sir.
Yeah, you'll do it, so next meeting you'll have.
Okay.
Yeah. Print out up here with the budget where the money's went, how much money we had, we ain't been out here for a while.
Cause they got questioned about some of the payments.
Because they're going to the ordinances, they find one that's really old, put it to the side and bring it to y'all's attention.
Correct.
I have all kinds of reasons.
Good.
I know one thing
We'll
about
let
this,
you-
it's hard to get any volunteers, what the hell?
Well, we know we can trust you.
What if you got 2 or 3 of them in there, I mean, you can't just do it with one person. I mean, I've been out here, what, 60
I'm sorry?
years?
I said, you wanna help him?
You got 24,
With Ms. Joyce?
That's all you
And go over some of them?
As long as they're at the time, 'cause I do
You got
work
25
for
times?
someone, so I gotta work.
22.
Yeah.
Don't wanna break it.
That's okay.
Gift, let him. We're gonna move on, we'll come back on that, we're not gonna do anything tonight. This is for discussion, we got a pretty.
No, that's fine, we got good discussion out of
Yes,
it.
we did.
Okay, and the next item on the agenda was, amend ordinance for permits, discussion.
We skipped public comment.
No, we didn't.
That was
No,
it.
you already got
They didn't have money.
We had a couple of ones.
I asked them. Nobody brought nothing up. Who?
You know who I'm talking to. Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, and the other one is the amend ordinance for permits. And she started looking around to see what other cities charge. I don't wanna charge what other cities charge, they're way high.
It's just an example.
It's an example.
Yeah, it's an example
Well,
for this one. This one has the cities that are around us.
read it up.
This is the.
Freeport, it's at 45 cents per square foot for new construction. So if you have a thousand square foot house, you gotta pay 45 cents per square foot. So you do the math on that, but it's a pretty good size permit. On commercial property, it's 60 cents per square foot. Swimming pool is $150 for above ground, 300 in the ground, and a 50 permit for application fee included. $50 for the first $1,000 worth of value. $25 for a permit application. Missouri, $50 any permit, $50 for each inspection each time. West Columbia, 32 cents per square foot for new construction. The one I didn't like was 71 cents per foot for a foot of fence. New residential.
You have to have a permit for a fence?
Those are like the cities that are around us, that's where they're from. permit fee.
$25
What they
permit
charge
for
for
fence or
What
anything.
kind of fence though, does it state in there what kind of fence?
It didn't say, I figured this barbed wire fence would make no difference.
Wood fence and Angleton is $25
So-
permit.
It's just expensive.
Okay, it's not wooden or anything.
$5 in Angleton for a private.
I don't see it on this sheet.
Yeah, it's on the second sheet. Isn't it more expensive depending on?
Yeah,
what
that's
type of
just what
material
other
you
cities
use?
do, that don't mean that
Oh,
we.
yeah, the private fence, most expensive one, $25, all the way to $25. A permit.
The car part is $60.
But that's the same thing, just look for
Patio cover or
something to
car
look
part?
And they barely started.
So it says
Last year, 2 years ago, your private.
All of these are bigger $25 permit.
Anyhow, that's another one that we'd like to visit, get somebody that's interested in it to visit with us.
For the permits?
Sir?
For the permits?
Yeah, for all the parties.
Discussion, examples, that's all.
I ain't writing my name down no more. You can call me.
So if you were,
I'll get a ticket.
because of the storms and all that kind of stuff, and you've lost part of your fence and you're redoing your fence, do you still have to pay a permit in order to redo the fence?
Not here, yes.
Okay.
No, not even the ones, the cities around, they said due, if it's due to the hurricanes or anything like that, they're not even charging for the permits to
Okay, I
pull
just
it
wanted to
out.
make
Yeah.
sure that I'm not trying to put up a fence, cause I have a fence that's torn down and I have to
No,
redo it.
we don't do nothing, and we just give you examples of what the other cities have done. We don't do that. Okay, next item on the agenda is Hoiliday Lakes personnel
That's
policy.
what I'm saying, that, and we're really not trying to get, retreat, change of terms, if not get it.
These are the changes they want to do.
I don't know, she put them in there. And they put those in there, they wanted to pick up, I said, we need to get everybody to feel at it, look at it, and not gonna act on it tonight. You can't do it in short order, you need to look at it. So, giving it out for everybody to look at it. Make up your mind. You have to do it sooner or later, and do it, bring something with you to the next meeting.
No, we ain't having, as a matter of fact, we're gonna take some time off. No.
And that's what y'all, for y'all to look at, the policy.
They want to add you and take it on their holiday pay.
And then you have one from the police department that we either have to agree to,
I think that's for chief. I'll be.
Yes. You can't take vacation the day before or the day after. Oh, you typed this up. Spelled somewhere.
they don't have it completed. So we can't look at it. They get it to us, we'll have to make a guess.
For what? What is that?
The police
For the
department.
policy and procedures for the Magna PD, it's not finished, so we're gonna get it for next month. Okay.
But I mean, revisit the spelling and different So we might discuss it, if we're gonna approve it or no. Table it, the humanities.
I don't know if they didn't tell you how much they wanted or when they wanted it. I heard what she said about it, but I think we need to wait on any expenditure.
I mean, tonight, I think he's
Except the only necessary stuff.
So are we 12 now or what?
Yeah.
She gave me a temper, down here, I mean, copy of it, what the choice was. You wanna go upstairs, you want to do it just like you've been doing it. Basically,
Like we're doing it.
I got it.
I mean, that's just my thought.
well, if we do it, you get it, do it back, put it in, and then, what we have to do, you know, they call every, so often, to update or codify stuff, and they print out your little booklets, well, to do that print, all that stuff costs a lot of money, so you wanna get everything you can done at one time, so you won't have to pay it out every time. So that's what we have to do, is look at all the stuff, it's expensive. And we got time to look at it, because we don't have the money that we wanna throw at it right now, so we got time to look at all these things and make changes, or keep it the same. Either way, when they change the book, they gotta change a few pieces of paper.
Right.
Okay, the next item on the agenda
What about the garbage and mailbox?
What about item 10?
Yes, sir.
I got a question. How can y'all approve to raise our trash and mailbox without even having it at a council meeting? Because I just heard her say it was approved, and y'all are just gonna talk the effective date. So y'all have actually just decided on your own without a council meeting to raise trash and mailboxes? Because that wasn't at the last meeting. So did y'all have a quorum to do that?
It's on the budget, it was on it, you just didn't read it. Part of the money that comes into this town is on there,
Why are we raising the trash and mailboxes?
because we maintain them. Do you not know, do you never pay attention to anything?
Oh, no, I know we maintain them, but
Let me explain something to you. We have to maintain that over there. That little box out there that y'all lost the keys to, according to Sean, it's not, no longer in use. That's $1,000+ for that thing when we put it in there. Now it's not functioning. He wants us to spend money to buy some more to get it functioning. I don't know what they're gonna cost it, because that was over $1,000 when we bought it. We're gonna have to buy stuff like that. If you need something like that, fix the doors, fix the inside, fix the lights, fix the ceiling, keep air conditioning in there. That's why we have to raise it. They don't give this stuff to everybody. Do you think you get everything free in your life? I know you don't. That's why we have to do it. We can't give everything free. We can't give away everything that we got and run broke. We have to have money left to fix things when they break. And that's why we could have raised it up automatically, because it was passed with the.
Julie just said y'all did. She already said y'all approved it.
Do what now?
I heard Julie say y'all approved it.
It was the trash that
Why you approving
Because it
stuff
was
without
the
us
waste
knowing?
man. It was
Yeah.
because
Why are y'all approving without a council
I
meeting?
thought we were checking his trash and thing, it's already been approved.
It was on council, it was on his,
It was the last one. I'm sorry to go your line, because it wasn't here in the last one. I haven't heard anything about trash being
Yeah.
approved
Yeah, it's on there, you
was the
just.
last one?
No, I ain't talking
No, it
about-
wasn't.
I'm sorry, I'm not talking about-
I think it was the month before, because it was because we.
So why you bringing up this?
These guys never.
Shut up!
Ah,
Let us
man.
do our damn meeting, then you can come out here and cuss and discuss everything you
Who's
want,
cussing?
but let us
Everybody's
get over with the
cussing.
meeting.
Ain't nobody cussing, Mayor. You need to
Let
lower
us
down
get
your
over
voice and
with
don't
the
tell me to
meeting.
shut up. Don't tell nobody here to shut up. You treat them with respect, we'll give respect.
You're
All
not
right?
treating us with respect.
Sir, we're asking questions that we
No,
deserve the
you're
right to
yelling
know
out
the
there.
answers
I
to.
said one person at a
Okay?
time.
And I am one person.
Yeah, but you were yelling with.
No, I am not yelling. I'm
You're
just telling you,
yelling now.
I'm dealing with you directly.
Yelling now.
Okay? If y'all raise the trash prices without us knowing, that is wrong. Okay? And she just finished saying it in front of everybody that y'all did raise the trash prices up.
Yeah.
Okay then. So what are we
We
arguing
got a
about?
6.85% increase by the trash people. Do you think we ought to just go ahead and absorb it?
You need to tell them to start picking up all the rest of the
We
trash
told
around
you,
here.
we
We got
told
heavy
you.
hauls that we don't get picked up.
Yeah.
We told
Okay?
you.
We got heavy hauls. If they're not doing the job, fire them. There's other people that will pick up this trash.
Okay.
Fuck it, fire them. Get them the
Hey.
fuck out of here.
Hey,
All right?
hey, y'all stop it.
I don't
Fire
mind
them.
y'all talking, I don't mind the yelling, I don't mind, but I will not stand for cussing.
Well,
Actually,
Director Mayor was that too.
I
I
didn't
felt
cuss.
offended by you telling me to shut up.
I didn't
Not
cuss.
in a meeting.
No, but you told me to, you told us to
Y'all
shut
shut
up.
up.
That's
You're
already been
violating
sir,
my
you-
first rights.
Swinging your little hammer around, that ain't gonna work with me.
Because you're
Y'all be
cussing.
quiet.
That's not
That's how
violating
you're
first
supposed to
right.
be. You're the mayor of the town.
Okay, I
You're
got
the
it.
mayor of the town, show that you are the mayor of the
I
town.
understand where you're coming from, but y'all can't talk all at once.
I'm talking to
Everybody,
you.
well, yeah, you are now, but before it was not.
Like I said, I asked the question and I wanna get the answer and that's it.
What you want?
Why did y'all raise the trash prices without us knowing?
And when did y'all do it?
And when did y'all do it?
We ain't raised them yet.
She just finished
It's
saying
on
you
the
did.
budget to raise it,
She just finished saying
but
y'all
we can
did.
raise it when
Julie,
it's.
did you,
It
did you
has
not?
not been raised yet, we need the effective date.
Okay. So, has it been passed, yes or no?
If I'm not mistaken, yes, it was.
Thank you very much. So that means it's gonna be raised here in one day or another.
All right, let somebody else go.
So if they're gonna raise the garbage fee, are they gonna come back and pick up all the debris that is being left behind, or we still gotta pay? 'Cause I had my privacy fence locked down and it was there.
Okay, let me tell you, how's that working? We are spending roughly $240,000 to get this stuff cleaned up. And that, where we stopped at, what's cleaned up is what it's gonna cost us $240,000 plus. When we get the bill on that, we pay that, and FEMA will reimburse us 75% of it, if everything's right. And when we get that money, then we'll come back and try to pick up the rest of it. But it won't be near the amount of money that's like that. We have that money, but when we spend that money, we're not gonna have any money. So we have to do the things that's gonna keep the town functional and viable. And that's, we pay them, get the reimbursement, then we go out and look for somebody else to pick it up. And we've got some other options besides, Waste Connection. They don't wanna pick them up. They will, but I even got a price from them, but I can't get the guys to answer the phone when I call. But, they will, probably at $13, $14 a cubic yard, but I don't know, I just a guess. She's before you, behind you.
So, just kind of to piggyback on what you said about the whole FEMA thing, I know the last council meeting, we asked if that paperwork has been filed, and if I recall correctly, it had not been, you guys were in the middle of researching
We
it.
can't file it till we get it.
We haven't received.
DRC does the picking up, and they haul it off, and then we have a monitoring company that follows them around and monitors everything they do. And whenever they take these pictures of the trucks going in and out, and how much is in it, and watch them dump it, watch all that stuff, they put together a montage, I guess you call it. They start out with all these pictures and all the weights and all that stuff, and they put you a booklet and they hand it to us. That booklet, when we get that booklet, we turn that into FEMA with the expenses. And whenever that, and FEMA doesn't really get it. I think it's TDM's gonna be the person that does that, which is Texas Division of Emergency Management. But they will reimburse us that money. When we get that money, after we get that money, we'll have the money to get the rest of it picked up. But we can't come in here, we can't keep that kind of money laying around, if y'all's money, cause y'all don't wanna pay that kind of money to have it laying around.
So again, back to my question, so it has been, basically, we're just waiting for FEMA money to come to kick in for you guys to reimburse yourselves, correct? So basically, the garbage increase is to pick up heavy debris, not necessarily garbage.
Right.
Okay, so basically Waste Management or whoever, who do we have right now? Waste Management, have you guys tried to negotiate a contract with them? With us being a large, or becoming a larger town, I feel like if there's a renewal involved or a contract that you guys can somehow negotiate and limit that 6.8% increase you guys are trying to impose on us.
They won't pick up storm debris, it's in a contract.
Correct, so but on here it says garbage, so you guys are raising the garbage to pay for the
No,
heavy.
they raised the garbage on us.
So Waste Management, so have you guys negotiated that contract with them?
Yes,
Have you looked for another provider?
we've looked.
So 6.85% is the best you guys can get.
6.85%, that's not bad. They do a lot of work, but they don't do it as timely as we'd like it. Nobody does things out here for Hoiliday Lakes timely.
So I remember on the last meeting you mentioned that, there were some days that trash wasn't picked up, heavy trash wasn't picked up, and you guys were waiting on credits. Was that ever facilitated?
We're still waiting on that.
No, not the FEMA, you said for garbage. You had strictly mentioned that there was sometimes that garbage didn't come because of the storm, which we understand that, and that there were times that they didn't do heavy trash like they were supposed to, and you guys were gonna ask them for credits. Was that ever done?
You're talking about garbage or heavy trees?
Garbage.
They've been picking the garbage up.
No, that's not. It's been at least 4 months.
Sitting outside my house.
That's what I know.
No, they're talking about debris. They're talking about like couches, mattresses.
That is heavy trash.
They did pick it up, but they didn't come out there. We had picked up a lot.
But some, they're not
Ours
getting
hasn't
all
been
of
picked
it.
up in 4
So
months.
that's what I'm saying, like, if they're not doing their due diligence and picking up trash, it's something, a service that we're paying for, shouldn't you guys as the council come back and say, hey, guys, we have a list of date X, Y, Z, you guys haven't picked up, so we're owed a credit, or we need some kind of discount or bill, or we need to renegotiate our contract, because I feel like we kind of have the heavier hand here. We're a town, if they lose this account, that's a big dip for them, and I would feel like, as a company, from a business standpoint, if you have a big customer, you don't wanna lose that client. And I feel like them losing Hoiliday Lakes is gonna make them step up their game and say, hey, this is what we can offer you guys. Instead of us having to say, okay, well, this is what it is, we're gonna have to raise it 6%.
We do that regularly. I mean, we
How often is that
contact them
contract renewed?
once a year.
And when is it up for renewal?
It was,
August.
August.
And what was the rate compared to last year's?
6.8% higher.
So,
What's the number?
yeah, dollar wise.
So,
What did you guys pay last year, last contract versus this contract?
just a moment. Okay, so in 22, they're looking for the one for 23, because they could not. It was misplaced. But anyway, for 20, just a minute, for 2020, the rate increase was for 2.9% at that time. We absorbed that cost. We did not go up on the garbage at that time.
That was from 2022 to 2023?
No,
that was 2020, that's during
we were 4 years
COVID.
in.
So how much are they charging?
So now, in 22, they went up 5.44%. So every year now, it's over 5% is what they're going up. And as some of y'all know, and I'm not taking up for them, because I'll be the first one to tell you, I beat them up. Because I get tired of driving around and seeing all this garbage on the side of the road. So they keep going up, and we call them, and they come out and they do their due diligence for maybe 2 months, and then they slack off again, and then we have to call them again and say,
You have to threaten them.
Yeah, pretty much.
So wouldn't that be just a cause for us to say, hey, we're done with you guys, let's find somebody else? I mean, I know it's probably easier said than done, but I feel like we have the heavier leverage in that relationship.
We don't have, I mean, I'm just saying, we don't have the resources. The people that wanna come out here, we used to have waste management. They charged us almost double what we're paying now. And then we went to Waste Connection. And then we looked at another source to come out here and do that, a local, to do local. But he didn't have the carts, he didn't have the machinery that he needed to do the job that we needed done, and no one else offered to come out here.
So
Yes, sir.
I kind of have a question on that.
Yeah.
Because whenever the clock comes, which is on Wednesdays, I think, or Saturdays, for the waste connection, the truck, they come and they usually squeeze the crap out of the thing, and it's already broken, like halfway down the bucket. And I asked to see if we can get it replaced, and, you know, whenever I did bring it up here, they brought one, and it was just as broken. So, with the cost
Your
going up
trash?
and everything, yeah, the trash can.
Okay.
With the cost going up and everything, is there any way that we can get, replacements? Cause I'm pretty sure it's not just me that has broken trash cans.
We should be able to, yes. There should be replacements for
I had
those.
told one of the drivers, he got a little pixie fit, grabbed it and just threw it in there and drove off. So.
Threw it in the track, in
Yeah,
the
he just
truck?
grabbed it, threw it, and just drove off.
Well, and
Yeah,
see,
they
some
have
of the
watching
things
them drive while
we
you're
need to
helping
know
them.
these things. I'll be honest, I drive around, I mean, you see the gray Tahoe, I'm the person in the gray Tahoe, driving around and looking at things. But y'all need to let us know that, because I'd never been told that story.
That's the new one this year.
So, is that the new one?
This one.
Okay.
So what are they charging us monthly for this city to pick up the trash? Cause we spend $40, each one of us spend $40 at our household to pick up trash. So what are they charging us?
It's $37 right now that they, for trash.
A month, per
And
person.
and what is it
That's
going, what is it going up to?
We're just discussing it, we haven't, we don't have a set figure. That's what this is on here for, is just to
So
discuss.
monthly they're charging y'all about $8,000, I'm assuming monthly they're charging y'all about $8,000 a month to come out of here and take everybody's trash.
Correct.
Yeah, it's on the bill thing.
It's on the.
Is it just me, or
reimbursement.
is it like back here on these new roads that they're picking up garbage, the heavy trash, and they're leaving everything back here on this end, out on the side of the road?
No, they're not
Yeah,
picking
that's
up
the one I've been going behind and watching them sit there for a little bit.
So why is this end always getting picked up and this one's not?
I have a question.
Same reason why it's getting mowed up here and not getting mowed back there,
Which is what?
because they're doing what they want.
So the trash company's doing what they want, they're picking up everything over here and just leaving everything back there.
Pretty much.
So, Mr. Mayor, you had your garbage and stuff picked up?
Sometimes,
Has it been sitting out there for 4 months?
no.
Ours has.
And where you
What's your location?
3rd Street.
First Street,
3rd.
Third Street.
Oh, yeah, they'll pick up over there. What's back at First Street?
Our garbage has been sitting there for 4 months. In the last 4 months, the only thing I put out there in the last 30 days is a chair.
No, that's too much going on.
Oh, has it been on the chair?
But
And what do you have
I
out
will
there?
contact them for sure.
Is it
Garbage.
just trash or
Heavy trash pickup.
heavy trash?
Linda's carrying hers to work and hauling it out
Yeah,
because they're not
having
picking up.
Yep, because trash is causing maggots and all kinds of worms and all kinds of rats and infestations and.
Our trash
So
can
I've been
got sat
taking
on the
mine
side of
to
the road and
work.
it went a full week before they finally picked it
Yeah.
up.
The regular garbage can.
Regular
Yeah,
garbage can.
they're not picking it up. The lid's still shut. They pass me up, they go someplace else, they come back by, and my lid is still shut, cause I can look at my trash cans and tell when they're
Did
empty.
you notify
the lid's up.
her or anybody?
I have. I think it was like twice, my wife.
You have?
Yeah.
Reported that.
They drove by my house, and I had to catch them on the other side of the street
I pick up
and make them pick up her trash and make them pick up my trash.
Well, sometimes if your trash can is, I'm just saying, if your trash can is turned the wrong way, he won't pick it up. Okay, but I'm just saying, that happens sometimes. You know, if it's turned the wrong way, they will not pick
Yeah,
it
but
up.
sometimes they like, I guess they wanna get in and out, and they wanna go right through the road, and they tip mine over. I mean, it ain't no use of me picking it up, it's pissing me off, 'cause it's like, take your
What's your
time, pick it up,
address?
throw it away.
What's your
I
address?
ain't telling you no more, I gave you my name last time, I didn't get ticked.
I got it. You got a ticket? I didn't turn your name in.
Oh, believe me, someone picked up me, everybody that wrote their name on it got ticked.
No, they didn't, did
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Oh, well, you deserve one. Yeah, huh?
I don't know.
Hey, nobody followed any of the fucking protocol, sorry. Nobody followed any of the protocols, the 10-day notices, anything of the above. We got a letter in the mail, that was it. That's simple. I mean, and you go look at y'all's ordinances, though y'all stated in there, it's supposed to be a 10-day notice. I mean, I know that for a fact because I told y'all too. Didn't get none of that. For debris, that was the trash I tried to save y'all from picking up on the side, that all my trees damn barrels. And I got cited for that.
For the trees.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the what, the tall grass? Hey.
Oh, yeah, hey.
My ghosts were.
How many households are in the
I mean,
town of Hoiliday Lakes paying households?
We have 389 at the moment.
389.
Yep.
Thank you.
So.
I have your address then, right? So I
Nah,
can
you
write
don't
it.
got it. I
Yeah.
moved it. No, so quick question, I mean, the $250,000 that we paid for the heavy haul, have we paid them yet or no? No. Okay, so.
Because we don't even have that amount of money in the bank.
So let's, I mean, me just throwing this out there trying to save money. I'm pretty sure y'all with me, F them and then let us burn our own trees, stuff like that, instead of paying them. And we save a lot of money there.
Well,
No.
I mean,
Listen to what I'm saying, I mean, it's very, if we're gonna pay somebody $250,000 to come pick up X amount of trash, I mean, trees, cause that's what we're paying them, right?
Yeah, they already picked it up.
But they
Like,
already got that bill.
Yeah, we already got that bill.
y'all paid, oh, so they picked it up already?
Not every.
Half.
Not
Not all of it.
I didn't see.
I didn't pick up nothing,
What was the
but anyway.
$250,000 supposed to be picked up? What were they supposed to do for $250,000?
They already picked it up.
Really? That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
That was-
I mean, I'm not saying this to be ugly, but go to Angleton. Drive through Angleton and see if all their brush is picked up, because they ran out of money too.
Yeah, so I mean,
But the government, Abbott has awarded some money for, the state of Texas for pickup. So we're hoping that we're gonna be able to apply for some of that money to help us finish
And that's
cleaning up the
understand-
debris.
That's understanding, I mean, hope goes a long way, right?
Yeah.
But the way I see it
Right down the trash.
is if we could save money with the rest of the trash, we don't gotta pay somebody, let us burn it, little by little. Let us burn it without us getting tickets. You know what I'm saying? And then it saves the town money.
Well,
Three blocks.
and we agreed on that at the last council meeting, that you could burn, so it's a controlled burn. Not just a big fire out behind your house
No, this is
without any water hose or anything out there.
I mean, because
you
that
have.
way it saves money for the town, right? And that's what we're trying to do, you know what I'm saying?
No.
If we're gonna go ahead and pay another $250,000 out of fund.
a lot of them burn it, like I said, it depends on your surroundings. If you're far enough away from your neighbors, or you're not bothering them intensely, it takes a while to burn up the big.
Oh, yeah, no, that takes a while.
The branches will burn up quick, I mean, but the other stuff's gonna go slow.
Yeah, so I mean, that saves the town money, I mean, that's, we're trying.
I agree with that.
And that's something that we should have thought about before
We did think about it, but there's a lot of rushing, and we tried to get a burn spot. They told us they could, you listen to TCEQ, you're not supposed to be able to burn anywhere in the incorporated area. We don't have enough money to hold it up, so we have to burn some of it. And individuals burn,
city is
if you
incorporated.
hauled off just the big logs, we might could get by with a lot less loads because it's more compact and dense. But when you pick up the branches and they put them in there and they stack up and get a lot of airspace in there, you get a cubic 40 cubic yard truck or an 80 cubic yard truck full, but it's not really full, because you gotta pack it down and get it in there, but they don't do that. And so burning up the small branches, in my opinion, would be comparable to, what they were grinding them all up and shrinking the volume by one fourth of the volume they hauled out of here when they grind it up, they could put it in one truck. In other words, if they hauled 40 yards out, they put it in a 10-yard truck. And they got that.
Hell no.
Do what?
Were they paying permit to haul all the heavy stuff out of here?
They won't okay a permit like that. What we're trying to do is get some property somewhere like we did before. I don't know if you was here, but the landowner, and you know him well, got the PCEQ come down on him and said you have to get all these permits and everything. So he didn't want to get involved in again this year. So we're trying to look for another place. And we found out that burning materials, burning stuff for you, and they will haul it for $2 a cubic yard, where we were paying $4 or something just to get it ground up, plus $8 to haul it off, pick it up and haul it off. Because all of that takes pretty good equipment. But burning materials has got a grabber, and it'd be a slower go, but they got some trucks and everything. So we're gonna try to get
Was that
some
the
kind of
company or was
contract
that
with
Kim
them for the
telling
next
you that?
time. They might not have another hurricane for a long time, but I mean.
Let's bring that lake over by in front of your house.
Dawn.
And just burn it in.
We try to get something worked out before that, so you don't get squeezed into having to do something. But also, by the same token, you want them to have a contract and be on the SAM's registration, so, and meet the guidelines, so you can get reimbursement. Because even, if you spend $50,000, well, if you got 75% of it back, that's a whole lot better than just throwing it 50 at it.
The lake that's over there, in front of your house, right across the street, the one that's always low sometimes, right? Is that what belongs to Hoiliday Lakes?
The lake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
full of water right
Oh,
now.
I know, but there's times when it's drained out, right? That could be a real good bird nest.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And it belongs to the city, you don't gotta have permission either.
Well,
That's a good spot to bird.
we still, I think we still have to apply for permits from TCEQ, because they get the guidelines they put it out there. So if you're in a flood zone, you can't stage it. You can gather it, but you can't stage it and leave it there for a while or burn it, because then if you get a big flood, then you wash it right out into the creek, and they didn't want that. And so, I mean, you got all these little things you have to look at. So, and then you're going into the rainy season, actually, once it hasn't done that. If it starts raining and you have it there and you start flushing the ashes and everything into the creek, and then you don't have Lake Jackson, and then they're gonna come back on us. So you gotta follow the guidelines, and look for another more land somewhere that's not in the flood zone. I mean, that's gonna be, around here, it's gonna be hard.
So what's the game plan for like all the people that we push brush out for it, and now it's on the side of the road and it's out high?
I had grass growing over mine. You can't see it.
I mean, there's some blocks where we covered up the whole,
Hey,
There's one, and there's 3 others
Well, I know what you're saying, but we can't solve it right now. We're just gonna have to wait
But
to get.
now in the company, are they getting tickets for that brush being out there?
No.
Not for the brush.
Okay.
If you put just trash, just household trash and stuff out there.
But I mean, okay, that's another question. The demo of a lot of the roofs, the siding on some people's houses, some of the fences, it's out there too. That's debris, that's house
Well,
debris.
that's something that's in our contract, says they won't pick up construction materials. Other people went out and bought boxes. They got like
The county was coming out and picking it up for Harvey. Why would they do it this time around? Like the county came out and they picked up houses and houses that I demoed out. How come they're not assisting us like they did before? When they came out with the grapples and everything, picked up trees, houses.
They paid for it.
Different people in charge.
Different people in charge.
They paid for it. They won't pay for this.
Now, before they used to come out here and take care of the ditches quick. And now, shit, you call
You
the
got a
police.
new engineer.
Same company come out with the same type of equipment that they picked up. But you had oil and everything floating on. The whole county was flooded, basically. They came out and they sprung the net and they filed it all under one deal with FEMA. But now we have to have our own,
He's new, he ain't like the old one, that's for sure.
contract, we have to have our own contract with the same people, as individual contracts. And so we have to do it like that. Yes, sir.
So, what about the issue at hand, the raising of the trash, raising of the trash and raising of the mailbox?
We put $5, what we basically,
Cause we kinda got sidetracked, we're going to trash to FEMA.
for the trash.
No.
Yeah, for the mailbox, yeah. The mailboxes is gonna go up $2.
To $5.
To $5, then give a big box, it goes to $7, cause that's what the big box is costing now.
Okay, and the trash?
And,
You get a senior citizen discount?
I want my, my
and
veterans.
the water's not paying for itself either. I mean, it's not, if you're doing anything, it's just a little bit below breaking even. We had to move some of the labor around and pick it up some other way to make us kind of break even. But we were gonna raise it from $50 to $55. Yeah,
And what about the trash?
and the trash is gonna go from.
We ain't talking about water.
41.40 and then plus tax.
So what's it gonna make your regular bill, mine used to be $90 for my mailbox, my garbage, and my water, what's it gonna make it now?
Do what now?
I said I was paying $90 a month for my water, my garbage, and my mailbox, what's it gonna be now? If you add all this other stuff to it.
$7 more plus tax.
I got one bag of garbage a week, Norman. I gotta work a quarter mile to be.
Well, what hasn't gone up in the last 5 years?
Huh?
What hasn't gone up in the last 5 years?
The quality of the trash getting picked up?
That's right.
Quality of water.
So quick question, I mean,
Everything that we buy, everything that we buy from the water system, everything we buy.
No, we're talking about raising the rate of the trash. Why are you gonna raise the rate of the trash whenever they're not even doing their job? How you gonna justify raising the rate of the trash when they don't even pick up the trash?
Well, we don't know about them not picking it up. I don't go around.
She
looking
does.
around, but if y'all would text.
She
See,
drive around and you see it.
Look, Lord, I'm not gonna lie, and Jaime can tell you, if Jaime don't put his trash out, and Skip don't, and Gigi don't, and I do, them fools will drive on by, and I'll chase them down and block them off where they can't, and I'll make them go get it. I ain't playing their
Well,
games.
I tell you what, why don't we call Waste Connections?
That's gonna
And
happen.
and tell them we want a representative from them to come out and let our community people, just don't yell at me.
Can we bring her up to the conversation?
But just, about had enough of that. Have them come out and do a presentation to the community, their customers, and let them talk to him and let him know what they're seeing. Not just what we're seeing, but what them as customers are seeing out in our community.
I'm all right with that.
We're never gonna be able to do that. I'd rather send a demand letter to them from a lawyer and then sue them.
Well, let's do that then too. I'm
Yeah,
all
because
for
isn't
that.
it breach of contract if they're not, I mean, if y'all have a set contract with them, that this is what's in the contract that they're supposed to be doing, and y'all know that they're not doing it, and yet they're still charging the same amount, that's breach of contract on their part.
I've told that to the guy, and I've told him, and bring in you boss out here, and do real good, just like she said, they come out here and they service us real well, they come out on a Friday, and pick up with 2 trucks, 2 or 3 loads, clean the town up, and then come out, and then about, they just dribble away from it, and then they come back, and you gotta go back in there and tell them again. It's like the street lights. We did that survey, if everybody that knew a street light was messed up, would go online and fill that thing out, put it on 10 MP, you did it on the phone or anything, then it would be, we'd have more light for the money we're having to pay them, because we have to pay them what they charge us, and we tell them about the lights that are fixing. but you have to do a survey, and the only people that really know about it, the people that's out at night or it's next to them. Well, if we know that, and everybody starts sending those things into them, then that would make it work, because they're gonna answer those, because they're gonna have to answer you direct that what they're gonna do and when they did it. That's what they usually do. Same thing on the garbage. If we send that, I'm gonna ask them for an email account that we can send complaints to, that you didn't get your trash picked up or whatever, instead of putting us in the middle, because if you get us, then we gotta try to get them, and they don't pass no mind. But if you and 15 people start hitting them and say, this guy's doing it, they're gonna fire that driver, because that's what's not the company, it's the driver that's skipping it. They don't tell him to skip it.
The company's responsible for it.
The company gotta know it. The company has to know that he's skipping them. And I know that's what they're doing, because I've seen them come by the house before, and they won't even slow down, just, and garbage sitting out there. If you don't, and that's one of the things, if you don't catch them when they're going this way, when they come back by, they just haul ass, and they get out of there, and they leave. And they do it on the brush truck too. I told you what to do with the brush truck. They come out here, they pick up a couple of loads, and then they quit. And I joked them about it, and I told them I was gonna get a lawyer to talk to them if they didn't want to honor the contract. We got a lawyer. I've already talked to him about writing a letter to them, like a demand letter, and tell them to do this, that, whatever. And if they don't want to do it, then we will look for another company.
Okay, estimated, how many people come in and pay their bill?
389 is what
I
they
mean,
said.
That will come in, walk in and pay their bill, estimated, how many people do that a month?
What we going on?
380.
There's 389 people, we pay $40 a month.
Yeah, but
But
how
what
many
he's
people,
saying,
how
how
many
many
people
walk in
walk
that door
in
and pay?
and pay right here, estimated?
Walk to the window.
Half,
75%.
more than half.
Okay, why don't we put a flyer up with the receipt, tell them to go online and file their complaints with the company?
We can do that
Oh,
too.
with the water bills.
We
They
can
can
do
put
that.
it
If we
on
can-
the back of the water bill.
If we can
We
get
don't
that,
get a water
then they're
bill.
gonna get.
So that'll
bombarded.
save you
We
a
know
headache,
that.
correct? Cause it'll go straight to the customer will get it on their water bill.
Well, we can get that, but I'm gonna try to get a website from them that we can do that, so we can, and everybody can do that. Because we send a complaint in, they say, well, we'll send somebody out there to pick up, so-and-so didn't get the garbage, we'll send the pickup out, and they'll pick it up. If we'd have known about you, we'd have called, they'd come out with a pickup and picked it up. But I'm telling you, that's not the company that's doing that. They don't know what their drivers are doing. And that's why it's happening. They just fly by, they gotta go make, go to a football game, or I don't know what. But they don't do their job. And they'll swap drivers from one town to another town. He doesn't know the route, so he just drives. I've seen them come out here on a heavy rush day, park right out there by the fire department, and we'll pick up and he says, "Somebody's not picking up." He said, "My boss told me not to." And I don't believe it.
So this is gonna be an issue followed up on next month, raising the rate.
That's where I don't understand. That's why I don't understand. There's 389 people paying $40 a month
Solid waste disposal.
on disposal. That's $14,000 a month that y'all are collecting from us, but they're only charging us $8,000. So where's the other $5,000, $6,000 going?
What's that now?
I said, y'all are paying $8,000 for them to pick up our trash. That's what you're paying the company monthly. But y'all are charging us $40 a month, and there's 389 houses that they're picking up at. That's $14,000 a month.
And we do all the billing, we have to pay all the labor for doing all the billing, we deliver all the garbage cans, we bring you new garbage cans, we haul that stuff around all over the place, we pick up garbage cans when people don't. So it involves a lot of us. They don't do none of it. If we do all of that, that's where that comes from.
So, JJ said that his trash can was torn up, so that means you're the ones that replaced it and haven't replaced his trash can?
It's not the company.
We call for a trash can, we call them and they bring them to us, and then we have them in stock, because if you wait for them, you might not get a trash can for a week. So we try to keep about 24, we try to keep 24.
So y'all aren't paying for
So
them, they're just
you're
giving
on-
them to y'all?
Yeah, but,
Y'all pay for
but
them?
still, it comes,
Y'all pay for them, or they
No,
just
they
give
they
you?
bring them to us. and
He
they
has
take it over.
replaced it.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
just do the labor.
I'm not,
So- so
I
the-
mean, the city's gotta make their money on that, that way they can maintain the dumpster too, you know, I mean, it's like a business, you got, you know, I give
Maintain.
you a quote and you're gonna give the customer a quote on top of that, so like, you know what I mean, so, like I said, Skip has came out and replaced whenever I was made, I was made to, hey, can I get a new dumpster because this one's not broken yet, replace it. And I think that's once or twice now, but I've been already, you know, it's been a while already on that part. But, like I said, just replacing one or two, you just putting Band-Aid on an open wound. You gotta replace all of them, because I guarantee you, it's not just me that has broken trash.
yeah,
So,
because
because everybody else is the same. New dumpsters is completely.
honestly, $6,000 a month,
Get some new ones.
not everybody, $6,000 a month, not everybody needs trash can, not everybody needs maintenance. People, I don't see people going out there every day changing out trash cans.
But you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, there's $6,000 that is up in the air, that's, God knows where it's at.
You still have to have the meters, you still have to have the trash, you still have to have a program, a computer program for billing. You still, and that costs us money.
What program you use, Excel?
No.
Okay.
It's a building.
So can we get an
CSI.
itemized on monthly spending on that?
It's called,
CSI.
it's CSI, and right now we're gonna transition to iWorks.
So can we get an itemized on how much that,
Our new program is what, $7,500?
$7,500.
a what?
Program.
A month, a year?
Oh, a year, 75.
A what?
75 a year.
Okay, so that's 1 month's paid of
No,
$6,000.
that's for our first year, Miss Lisa. Our second year is gonna be a little bit more.
So what's your
That's
second
like
year?
the discount that they give us.
And that doesn't
We
include
have
people
iWorks
moving.
Yeah,
with.
what's your second year, Julie?
What's the second year gonna be? Okay.
What's the second year, Julie?
I can't remember.
Okay, so that.
85,
I think.
85, and then you have to have the paper for the billing, you have to have ink, you have to have.
Ma'am, but I mean, come on,
But that goes,
That-
that goes to the tax bracket of that doesn't, you can't put it, it's the ink, it's all that, because that goes to the tax bracket of our
Tax bracket?
taxes,
Yes.
the taxes. So, our trash, that's a whole different thing, that's what they're getting at is.
I'm just saying, trash, $40 a ton trash.
I mean, there's money out there that's like, I wanna know where that money's going to. And me as being a paying person for trash, I have the right to know where the money's going at, right? I mean, I don't see $6,000 worth of paper
Oh, no.
a month,
How much is the,
you know what I'm saying?
for billing? How much is the paper for billing?
Recent.
The
Postage
post,
fee?
for each bill, we pay 59 cents, I think, or 69.
So we could do
So,
an
59
itemized
cents,
statement.
3.89.
Oh, just a minute, we'll get her to do an itemized statement for y'all, and y'all can pick it up. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
They don't put the budget bill out here anymore, they used to put it out here on the.
That's $229. $230, okay, just for paper.
No, that's stamps,
Okay, thanks.
just stamps. But
Okay.
like Ms. Lisa said, I can get something for y'all so y'all can have it in more detail.
That's fine, that way we can get an itemized on what y'all waste, the money of the $6,000 that's left over, what y'all waste, and hopefully it adds up at the end of the year, whatever it adds up to. 72,000, so hopefully it adds up to that, because I mean, right now we're 8,000 plus $200 plus probably a max 15,000 for just paper and stamps and, you know, paying the ladies, put them in the box or somebody, right?
Okay, yeah, and we'll put in there too the cost that they charge us for the heavy pickup.
That all comes in there, but also.
So let's do an itemized plan, I'm
Yep.
saying, but for all utilities paid here, that need to be paid here, that way we at least know what y'all wasting the money on. I mean, y'all are bringing up, charging us more on water, charging us more on mail, charging more on trash. If we're paying all that, we have the right to know, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, we'll get
Y'all
that
get a
for
bank
you.
statement every month. This, we usually have them out there.
But that doesn't break down.
That
the
don't bring
charges.
itemized, I wanna see
More
what you're wasting.
detailed. Okay.
Yep.
Let me speak, let me speak,
I'm sorry, sir.
No, you're good.
Go ahead.
Since we're on the subject, all right, how many people did you say was on payroll earlier?
I think you said,
Eight?
eight,
Eight people on payroll? How many people on payroll 40 hours a week?
all of us,
All-
except one.
So we got seven.
Except two, because Ray only gets
Okay.
paid, he's
So we got
our
five
water
people.
guy.
How many people work in the office full time?
City side, three.
Three people?
Maintenance, two,
3 people full time?
yes.
How many days of the week is the office closed?
Right now, too.
Why?
Because they're trying to do the audit.
But if they get paid 40 or no?
Yeah, they're here.
Okay.
They're
But we don't
working.
get services for 40 hours.
You just can't get in.
What does the audit
No,
have to
what
do
do you
with the
mean,
customers coming in and paying the bills?
Because there's only 3 people back there and they're trying to get everything together so that the auditor can do his job.
It requires 3 people?
Requires 2 right now.
Okay, so why can't
And
the,
the other
why can't
one-
the office be open all week long?
For our services.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all come up here every day?
I'm just thinking.
Do y'all work every day?
Bills or something, you know.
I go to work every day. My boss
I'm
goes
sorry,
to work every day.
what'd you say, Roy?
If somebody's coming up here to pay a bill, and they should be open, it's inconvenience, and they have to make another trip. Well, you know, I didn't know about this until a week ago.
My wife tried to come up here 4 times to pay a bill.
And that's because the internet and the phones were down?
No.
Because there was a cut wire?
No, that, it's because y'all were closed those days.
How many days have we been closed in 2 weeks? 4 days?
Yes.
Okay. So why is it necessary to shut it down the whole time? There's not.
No overtime.
There's
You're only open from 1 to
no
4.
reason.
I'm sorry?
You're only open from 1 to 4?
For public. For public.
1 to 4, 3 days a week.
12 hours.
12 hours for 40-hour week.
well, for the public at least.
That's
all they're putting in the bill
inexcusable.
and taking care of customers. 12 hours.
That is inexcusable.
My job? I'll let you do my
You
job.
keep on running your mouth about that. That's not cool.
I'm serious.
Let's be
Why-
honest.
why are you
Matt,
being
if you
so
really want someone to have your
defensive?
job, resign. Do you ready for this paper?
Why do
Resign.
you keep on being so
As
defensive?
soon
You know,
as that
I'm not
other
thinking that we're
attacking
trying to do
this.
is just grab answers, because there's a lot of money out there that we're paying.
Well, we're gonna
She's
get
up
you,
here,
I'm paying everybody.
she's up here for 40 hours a
we're
week.
gonna get you an itemized statement of all the bills.
She's up here
And then
40
y'all
hours
can
out of the
see
week.
where the money's going.
She's up here for 40 hours out of the week. You have another person that's up here for 40 hours out of the week. And you have 3, correct? So that's what, 48, 120? You got 120 hours and you're only opening up for 12 hours out of the week? That is inexcusable.
No, I don't think maybe I'll have 4 people working there, they're open up every day. And they have a lot bigger,
City of Richwood.
Yes, sir.
Another question.
Oh.
How much was the, how much were they charging us for trash cans to be picked up? Waste management? Per household?
I don't know. 37.
Why do you keep on dodging people whenever you get up against the wall?
Oh, I'm not dodging nobody. All you can do is come up here and you
All
can
I'm
ask
doing
me
is asking
any
a question,
question.
but every time somebody else has something to ask, no, you're good. You're all right.
No,
But she keeps on running her mouth at me, and it's getting irritating.
I'm sorry.
Because that is the 3rd time you've said something. You penciled me out directly
I'm
during
sorry.
this meeting
I'm not trying
about
to be ugly about it.
me to come up there and taking your
I
spot.
just want you to come up here and see what we do.
Ma'am, I was a U.S. government auditor for 4 years.
Okay, so then you know what we do.
I do, but I didn't do what you're doing. I didn't do what he did. What y'all are doing is inexcusable and very rude.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude to you.
I don't
was
think you
just-
do, but it's just, it's irritating that you're doing that when all we're doing is asking questions.
I know.
So
I'm not trying to
again,
be ugly
why,
about it.
why is the office closed when you got 3 people up here that are working 40 hours a week?
I tell you, to avoid the overtime that we have to put in, we had a contract with the woman that we're paying lots of money to, and she was coming to an end of her contract period, and she wanted all this stuff done, and we couldn't get it to her without working overtime. So instead of paying time and a half, these people would all gathered up all this stuff and do it. We said we just shut down, because in the 2 days that we very seldom have anybody do it, and do the work to get her off the busy end of making a big payment to her, so we can get the stuff done, meet our obligations on the contract, and get it done without having to pay a lot of overtime, and it works.
Less than 400 people living here, correct?
300 to 400.
Less than 400.
Households.
So, is what you're telling me is that 3 people cannot run that? You just said 3 people are in there. You can't have one person running the desk. Then why are we closed 2 days out of the week?
Somebody else.
To keep,
Somebody else what?
to keep the phone and all the stuff down. To
Who made that choice?
I didn't.
Huh?
The mayor.
You're responsible for that? You made that call?
I made that choice, yes. I don't want to pay overtime. What are you?
That's not paying overtime whenever you still have a window open for 12
We're
hours a
still
week.
paying them 40 hours, 4 people, 4 people.
No, there's 3 people in there. Everybody was busy doing. You
No.
You don't know the workload that was on these girls, and you can't do it with all the interference.
Yes, you can.
Maybe in a different office where you're in a cubicle away from.
No,
the
sir.
person, not here.
Yes, sir, here. Yes, sir.
I wish you can have this job and you can come do it.
said that last
I don't
week,
know.
that-
how to-
I'm not gonna apply for a job that I don't get paid for. That's my business. That's why I went to go work for a government making $120,000 a year. I got tired of the headache and I stepped down. Now I'm working a job paying me $45,000 a year. That's less of a headache that I take. But you're taking it on freely.
I'm trying to do it. Trying to do it. Trying to keep it running, and trying to do it to keep everybody, you know, you can't keep qualified people if you don't pay them, so you have to pay them.
She's still getting paid, but why are you closing the office down 2 days
Just
out of the
for a
week?
short period of time till we get out of
But
this.
it's
contract.
unnecessary.
It's always been closed.
It is necessary.
No, sir, it's not.
Is this
When you
temporary or
don't know, you're
permanent?
not here.
No, it's not.
I don't need to be
temporary.
here to know that there's less than 400 people here.
It's only temporary.
Less than 400 people.
Correct.
They come in to pay
So
bills.
we got 3 people that can't manage 400 people? They can't manage the accounts for 400 people? You got one person that all she needs to do is take the money, enter it into the computer and be done? She cannot do that?
It's not all that. There's a lot of other stuff. We're playing catch up from.
And you got 2 other people that are doing it with the auditor.
Playing catch up. Believe me, we're doing the right.
With the auditor, with 2 other people.
The auditors, the auditor's the one who's dumping the work on. The auditor's the one that's doing all the dump.
Oh, wait a minute, the auditor's job is to come in here and do the audit, not for the girls to come in there and do the audit. I'm sorry, ladies.
He needs the data from them.
Then why isn't the auditor here doing it themselves?
Because they charge way more than these girls do.
If you're already paying the auditor's supposed to be here doing their audit.
These are not, this auditor this is 2 different kind of auditors. The auditor we got is team as they work on straightening it out.
Straightening it out or trying to correct somebody's screw up?
But it's both.
So who's responsible for that?
I'm not calling the names.
You are. You're responsible for it.
Yeah, I'm responsible for it, but I
The
can't.
council is responsible for it.
And we're trying to do the best thing we can.
But that doesn't mean to close down the window.
You won't let me finish my story.
Let me finish.
Let it finish.
The point is why are you closing the window 2 days out of the week when it is not necessary? When you have 2 people that are doing the job for the auditor, why is that 3rd person doing it? That 3rd person wasn't required.
They're not the only company that's audited. We have TCEQ is on us for paperwork that we produced, but they didn't like it. They wanted more. We have stuff that we had her filling out and getting it ready for TCEQ. We have people going to school for TCEQ. We have all the stuff the auditor wanted, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grant people wanting all this stuff, all at once. Everybody wants everything right now in this little window. We couldn't do it. We don't have enough people to do all the stuff that the grants people wanted. And trying to get the deadlines to get this $1.5 million grant is coming to us to do some more work over there on the Irish things and the drainage project, gets free money. We have other grants, $300,000 grant to try to get a parking lot out here or lose the money. We got a generator here for.
And what about the road? You know, we forgot about the road.
Well, the roads, we've been working on that. We turned in the booklet, but we didn't give it in the book form. We gave it electronically to the county. So we come back, give us a bid on that stuff, see what they're gonna do, if they will do it. And that was been about a week and a half now, 2 weeks.
That still doesn't explain why the window is closed for 2 days out of the
Because we
week.
were trying to do all the other stuff, or the other people were asking for it. We either that or we have to stay over and try to get it. When they give you a deadline and you have one group after another group after another group coming in there doing it, we have meeting after meeting after meeting with net meetings to talk to people, and they won't, whoever has to be at the meeting, so you're dead in the water all during the day. The only time you get any deal is at night, and you have to pay time and a half overtime. I don't want to do that. Tried to do it where we could get this out of the way, and then we'll come back to a normal operation. 4 days is not gonna kill this place. Save us money on overtime by a long shot.
That's all you worried about was the overtime.
I'm worried about the pay, extra pay.
I understand that, that's the overtime. But again, that does not clarify, that doesn't justify why you're closing the window down for 2 days
Because
out
we
of
don't
the
have
week.
no interference from anybody. We
You
have
have 2
everybody
other
busy.
people. You have 2 other employees that can do stuff.
Well, they're not multitaskers, how about that?
Then you need new employees.
God damn, I have to work on tractors, I have to work on vehicles, I've got 12 people to manage, and I've got a budget of $11 million to take care of.
That's good, you're good at it.
No, I'm not that good at it. But I still have my job, so it proves that I can do something. And all we're talking about is 2 days out of the week, 8 hours.
Who goes to school at one?
You're gonna get.
If they're here from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, okay, they take an hour for lunch. That's 8 hours out of the day. You got 3 of them. Why cannot we still have this window open for 8 hours out of the week?
You're forgetting the part where they're up here for 4 hours
If we-
before they
if we
open.
can divorce ourselves from this window and get away from the computer, get some
No,
windows where we work,
20 hours,
it'll be okay.
building's
I'm
not
not
open, they're
telling
up
you
here.
that's why we did it. We gotta
They're
move
only
on.
open
I'm not
for
gonna
20
sit here and
hours a
argue
week.
with you all night. We got other things we gotta do.
So we're gonna dodge it then. Gotcha. You dodge it.
I'm not dodging, I just told you. I just told you, you just pass it through.
No, it doesn't make any sense is what it is.
Not to you, but it seems logical to me that it saves money. And we got, how soon we through with this?
I'm sorry, Mr. Mitchell, I'm sorry for taking up your time, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like for us to get back to action on number 12, and this cross discussion should be under public comments. Under action of effective date for garbage and mailbox increase due to the town, Hoiliday Lakes has had 3 increases on garbage over the years. It has not been passed on to the residents, and the town can no longer absorb it. So I would make a motion that we have an effective date for the garbage and mailbox increase of 1/1/25, which still gives us citizens a quarter a year without an increase, on top of the 3 increases that we've already assumed, the town, Hoiliday Lakes has assumed and did not pass on to the residents.
No, because last increase it did get passed on. It went up by $5. Citizens sat right over there and did the math and disagreed with it. I mean, our bill did not go up more than $5. So no, Yes, last increase did get passed on to us. Yes, for the trash. Go back in the minutes. Last year, August.
Inside the garbage bill, we have a garbage truck that runs around and destroys.
No. He said for the last 3 years that we have not had our bill raised, that y'all ate it. Last year when they went up, our bill went up for trash $5. So yes, that got passed on to us.
The water.
No, that was the trash bill. Go back in your minutes. You even asked about it, and a guy right over here did the math.
She's got the bill.
No, it was trash.
It was water.
No, it was trash.
She can go give you all the billing on the door. But the water went up $5. And it's gonna go up $5 again.
Again, absorb it.
I mean, we can't drink it.
We'll absorb it, we can absorb it.
Without giving us a
We
rate
can
of that.
absorb it. But then when you don't have any money, when the water wells go down, cause you don't,
Same thing over
you
and
need to
over
go,
there.
you need to go look at this thing. Google it online. The city needs to make a profit. Go in there and read that. And then you're gonna see
We're
what.
already making $6,000 profit and we don't know about it.
I make a profit, but don't fix nothing.
You have to have a green light operating.
$3,400 for a load of asphalt that's
They ought to
got
use.
potholes in there.
You're wasting money. You just put in a Band-Aid over.
Well, I know it's a waste of money. Every time it rains, it blows it back out, that's what I'm saying. But you don't have the money to match your grants, you're not gonna get.
You got $72,000 that we don't know nothing about.
It's, no, it's being saved.
So use it. Maybe that's what we're trying to tell you. If you're charging us, use the money you're charging us to do
The
a.
money's being saved, but it's also.
Don't save it. If you need to fix the pumps, if you need to fix the roads, if you need to fix the ditches, use it. You're preaching, oh, we gotta save. I understand it, but use it. That's why we're all here, because we see that our stuff is going up and nothing's being done. And then we come and ask our questions and no one knows nothing about it.
No, they know.
How much is a water well to get that one, if it was to go up? How much would it cost?
Just a pump?
The last quote I got from anybody is like $40,000.
We still got $72,000 in
Just
the
the pump and the pipe.
Covered.
Yeah. Pump pipe. That's the last quote.
How old is it?
It's old enough to fail right now. It's
How old?
put in 2008.
Didn't we get a new,
Matula did that, didn't he? Matula come, Metro pump? About, 5 years ago?
Look, we're not gonna get there tonight. You can argue whatever you want, but, you can come out here, you can go over the books with the auditor. I don't care
I
what.
wanna reject it.
But right now, we either need to move on, or we're not gonna stay up here all night.
Unless somebody knows how to do a filibuster, y'all.
I'm out.
so we're still gonna move on forward with it, or what?
I would like to
Or
talk.
whatever.
January.
Grab him,
Okay.
grab him,
Huh?
grab him.
Hey, grab him. What's his name?
I'm taking a 5-minute.
No, you got it.
I got it,
I think we're already getting enough money from actually trash to reject that going up again.
For 2 days they pick it up.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is, you know, you said it yourself, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, and I don't think we should go up. You know?
Nobody second.
Nobody seconded it? What? For,
Motion to go up.
for the trash.
January.
I second.
You can't second it.
You second it? Yeah, I can. He did it till January.
Yeah, man, but look what we're doing, we're getting money
We
from
gotta
trash
get all
already
that-
and $6,000.
Julie's gotta get all that stuff
Unknown to
done.
us. Now you're just giving more money that's gonna be unknown.
I think the biggest issue the biggest frustration is what Keith kinda said, that we're robbing Peter to pay Paul, but nothing's being done. So we're paying $6,000 in overage, hold on, $6,000 over just on pure trash. That doesn't include the water, whatever you guys are gonna charge for mailboxes, and then you're wanting to raise the taxes, and then just putting out tickets and all that stuff. We understand that you guys need money to run a town, but you guys have a budget, like you said, that you're just saving, but for what? Like, we're paying all of this money and nothing's getting fixed, trash isn't picked
Well,
up.
when we-
You guys are spending money, $244,000, when it could have
We
gotten
could've
done for
earned
a third of that. You know, and again, we're fighting small, we're putting out big fires, but with nothing to back us up. And we're asking for itemized, and it seems like you guys take it personally when we're asking for itemizations of certain things, because it's a checkbook, it's a big checkbook, you're running a business. You're basically asking for people for more money to run your business more efficiently, but you're not telling us the why behind it. You can't even tell us what the money that you're collecting now, what's being done with it, and that's frustrating. Because I'm not just gonna continue to pay money just because you guys say so.
What did you not, what did we say? We don't know what's going on.
The $6,000 for it's $8,000 is what you guys are paying for fire. Based off of calculations, you guys are collecting $14,000, so where's $6,000 of that going?
Y'all saying.
And that's just trash, that is
just
just
trash.
trash, you're not talking about the mailbox maintenance, the water, everything else, so there's something that's being
And we
overlooked.
back, and in the budget, the way it's calculated, cause the truck driving out here, and I mentioned the heavy truck and the garbage truck tearing up the roads, and you go down there and look at Penguin. You can go look at all of the Penguin, there's not enough people on it to go out there and repair that again. But all the other ones are getting tore up by that truck. We take that, a percentage of that money to buy road materials to put on those roads, to get it passable, to keep it passable, because the garbage.
But
truck
don't you guys
carries
have a
money.
budget for city maintenance? Is there not a separate budget for city maintenance for everything? For street lights, for roads, for mailboxes, for,
It's all on, every one of them's in there, every one of them, straight lights, the electricity bill, everything.
so so when you guys charge it off, cause I know you get audited for a reason. So when you charge it off, where do you allot that money to? Where do you say this money's coming from? Or, hey, we took money out of this fund to pay for this because we were short this month. Where is all of this itemization? I think that's what we're wanting to know, is we want an itemization, hey, we had to pay $5,000 for this truck to come in. Okay, cool, we understand that, but the next month, you're not gonna have the same occurrence every
You're
month.
gonna have the same truck
Pumps
again.
are not gonna break every year. The last time it was done was 2008. So you're saving this money, why wouldn't you spend it somewhere else?
You can't, $6,000 is not gonna do anything. I can go
Well,
get two truckloads.
$72,000, the pump costs $40,000, you said, okay? Now,
And it doesn't bring
now
us
we've been
here.
doing that for how many years?
And we had the money, you saw where the money went, we paid
Where?
$240,000 of it, we were
That's
saving for the
40,
road.
Mayor, look, I'm telling you, it's $72,000 a year. You're wasting $40,000 in 1 year, 10 years. Where's the rest of the money for those 10 years going? And then right now, you have to say saying there's people going to school, y'all got people going to school here. I didn't even know that, you're paying people to go to school, I don't know if you're paying or not. You know, you got stuff that you're doing that we don't even know about, so that's why, yeah, I want an itemized, paper to know where's the money going to. You got people going to school, who's going to school? Julie mentioned it.
I do.
Okay, are they paying you, they're paying for your school, you're paying? How come we don't know that?
It's mandatory.
It's mandatory.
Exactly, how come we don't know that? You never once said, hey, you know what, we're paying this lady to go to school, this and that, this is how much we're paying. I don't see it on that itemized paper in here that says they're paying for her school.
I think
College hours?
it falls under court, cause I go for court.
Once again, it's not on there. Itemized. And what are you going for, if I may ask?
It's not that I'm going for, we have to have, classes for the judge to work with the judge, to work with the system for court. And since I'm the lead clerk for the court, I have to go.
So that day that the judge came here, she already had someone appointed with her, so you still have to be there with her?
I'm still with them.
Every year, when the budget comes out, we show what we spend. Every year, it doesn't show what we spend, because the auditor couldn't do the audit because it was messed up. And he claims he couldn't do it, and so we had to get this other company to come in here and clean the books up, and put them in the program. There's no money missing, it's just it's misplaced into a different account that it didn't belong in. We didn't do that.
You got pushed in a different county, got
It
spent.
happens, but we have to straighten it out. And that's what these people are doing, and that's where some of the money went.
So right now, in our account, for spending money to fix roads, fix whatever we need, how much do we have? As of right now, since y'all fixed the books.
We didn't fix the books.
You just-
We're working on the, we're working on it.
Give us one more month.
And how long was the last time the books were fixed?
There's one,
What?
2020.
4 years. 4 years, going on 5 years.
But
COVID left.
we get an audit every year. But
Well, y'all didn't do it the last
what
past
they
3
did,
years.
what they
5
did,
years.
they went from one program to another program, and they got everything screwed up in the program. The people that transferred over to the new program messed it
A lot
up.
of
And they
stuff.
brought it back, and they messed it up again, so it's all messed up.
Maybe we should hire people out of this town and bring people
But we
from out
gotta
of
pay more
town.
than what we're paying.
It's okay, we got plenty of money, we got $72,000 a year that we're paying extra. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're paying $72,000 extra on your water.
You don't know that yet until we itemize everything.
Now what?
You don't know that yet until we itemize everything.
Yeah, you don't know it either until you know it, so
Yeah,
you
we're gonna
can't,
do
you
that.
know,
But
like I
we
said,
might
they're, from what we know, because that's what y'all tell us,
Yes, sir.
that's what's missing, the $72,000. Once you itemize it, then you come and tell me, like, look, this is what we wasted, this is it. And at the end of the day, when you do all the calculations,
It should add up.
it should add up.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So before we do all that, that's it.
That
But
would
I'm
be
going
just
based,
safety.
I'm going based on what you're telling us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's it, you know? While still y'all telling me that, there's an itemized, so there should be a list of itemized bills, schooling, everything that needs to be paid, that will payroll, and
Let us move on, you're not gonna do anything, we can give you those statements, we give it to them every year if you pick up one of those, budgets, but this year, it's a year old, because we couldn't get that stuff out of the computer, everything you put in the computer, so it made work easier, made it difficult. And so they've been working on that, trying to get it in the right spot. When we get it in the right spot, we'll print one out for you. And the auditor's gonna do an audit, and he's working on it right now on nothing. The auditor himself is working on the last year, 2020, 2021 to 2020 to 21. He's working on that one.
You gotta cover the track budgets.
And then the other one should be easier, because they've already worked on all of them, trying to get it cleaned out, so it should come pretty fast.
so 2024 should be pretty quick turnover,
So,
correct? 2024.
24.
Yes, 2024 should be a quick turnover, so you should have that one in a couple of, a month.
It should
Yeah,
be.
give us a month.
Right?
Give us some.
About a month. 2023, 2022, 2021, let's go back this year, that could be fixed right away, you know what I'm saying? This is the year that's gonna tell us how much we have in the bank, and how much we have to wait.
Yes.
I ain't worried about 2021, 22, 23.
But we had to fix that before we could fix.
Yeah,
this.
but remember, we're gonna pay the past, we're gonna pay from the future,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So, my focus is 2024 audit, you know, itemize me what you waste on 2024, and then we'll see what the budget comes in, and then we can match and say, okay, this is being wasted, this is being wasted.
Well, they have to start in the back to work their way forward. That's the way they carry the money they had from this year to this year, and they just leapfrog it in there, and that's how they start for their, general county.
They're gonna lose the second.
Yeah, it's gonna be this. Show me what 2024 gave us, money-wise, gave the city. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple.
You gotta do 21 dollars, when you do 22 dollars,
I understand that, man, but the thing,
We got,
The money's already allotted for
Money
that
carries
budget.
over every year, and you're always getting.
we gotta move on.
but we're gonna make expenses from 2021, we don't need it.
We got a motion on the floor, Terry, second, we're gonna do this in January.
But we know how much it is.
20,
Oh,
January
January.
1st, 2025.
So was it?
Motion made, second. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay.
Prices go up on January 1st.
We lost it.
We added another $10,000, $32,000, $82,000.
We don't have any.
Travel trailers.
Oh, and then the water will go up, so
Oh, that's another
Not yet.
60,000?
Executive session, we have one item in
And all we
executive
want
session.
is, that's all we want. Just for me, I'm getting like two chickens, somebody wants to-
Second.
Where you get tickets.
Motion is made by Dixon, and seconded by Terry to go into executive session.
Hey, quick question. Do we have to use these mailboxes or no? We have to use it as a habit.
Unless you go
You can
into
get
town
one in
and pay.
So we don't need to use this.
If you don't wanna use it, you don't have to, you can go pay for a box and aim.
How about the trash?
Yes, you do.
No, we don't, because I seen them pick up trash from another vendor. Yeah, we don't have to, it's like you bring a dumpster, yeah. Yeah, because I can bring a dumpster up there and they'll come pick it up, so we don't have to use it, so that's something that us as citizens could agree upon, be like, hey, you know what, we don't need to use the trash can. We're just going up and get a dumpster, dump our own trash and everything.
With, not so much the education part, but with TRS, teacher retirements, yeah, I did that. Yeah. This ain't got nothing on that.
Yeah, we're not.
It ain't.
No, it ain't over yet.
Go ahead and take care of it.
I'm ready for
Hey.
some cold.
Gosh, don't scare it away.
I got my AC going in my bedroom.
We'll turn it off.
No.
Open a window.
Okay, now I'm not gonna-
Rich.
Back to order at 9:45. Give a copy of the certified agenda to Julie. Next item on the agenda is anything, as a result of the executive session, action to be taken. Any action?
No.
Okay. Next thing is routine reports. Anybody got anything they want to report? Okay, next thing is adjournment, so, is that ready to adjourn? Okay, motion made.
Did they make any kind of decision on all the travel trailers out here that's being moved in? I know it was on the agenda that y'all passed today.
What's that?
The travel trailers, the people were living in them. I know at one time you said they can have their travel trailer as long as they're just building a house, but a lot of them just putting decks on their travel trailers. They're not building nothing. Look at pictures.
Did you, will you bring
We
them,
got a motion.
give them Trish?
We got a motion to adjourn, anybody go second?
I'll second.
Okay, all those, any other discussion? Then all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay.
There's only 2 eyes, so I said okay.
Okay, we adjourn. Now come talk to everybody. That's what